Quick question about the exam. So I think our slot would have been Wednesday of next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm totally flexible about this. If Wednesday is a good time for you, we can
It's
just
mine is totally front loaded. So if we could,
Okay. You want to do it later?
classes,
Wednesday?
No. Wednesday is the last day.
It's the last day?
Yeah.
How cool is that? Okay. So we'll set it up so it will be due at the end of the regular examination period for this class. If you do it before then, that's fine.
I'm actually having to leave earlier than the end of exams because of a family situation. And I don't think that will hinder me being able to.
You can do it remotely.
Yeah.
You can do it here on campus. So you'll have up until that time. If you do it here, fine. If you do it, so what it's going to be just like the midterm. I'll send you the document. Okay. You print it out. Okay. And then do the work. Okay. And then send it to me. You can do it online if you want to do it online, or you can do it. You can scan it. You can take a picture of it. It doesn't matter to me. Okay.
So Wednesday would be the 16th.
Wednesday the 16th.
Yeah, sure.
And if you can do it, and then you can do it whatever you want to. Okay. I think you'll have fun. You'll have fun, don't you?
So much fun.
All right. So here we are on our last in the home stretch. Michael, take us through the first part of that. Okay. So we worked through the first part. Why don't we go down to here?
Okay. So at the time when the
The time when, right?
yeah, at the time when the cow herds
The shepherds, and the people watching the livestock.
laid down back or again the cows and the fat sheep
Very good.
of the from the grassy pastures
Very good. And here we got.
into the enclosure.
Good.
At that time,
Excellent.
and Kai's she being Aphrodite pours out sweet sleep for Anchises.
And it is pleasant.
Yeah, and pleasant sleep. And she herself puts on her beautiful clothes on her skin.
Very good. Excellent.
Having put on entirely well.
Having clothed herself, or having put on everything well.
About her skin or on her skin.
Good.
The divine one of the goddesses.
Very good.
She she stood. Yeah, she stood by the bed.
Very good. Just let me say a little bit. This stigma, okay, is the verb here, means to stand something up, right? This stigma stays so in the future, stays so, and then it splits into two aorist forms. Estesa, okay, which is the first aorist form, but it also has the second aorist, este. Okay. The difference is that this is transitive, as in to stand something up, I stood something up. This is intransitive, as in I stood up. Okay. It's kind of a middle sense to it. So she stood next to the bed. Very good. Okay, keep going.
And she
And her.
oh yeah, and her head touched the well-made beam or ceiling.
Uh-huh. Excellent.
Sorry, I was talking about your word. A beauty, or so her beauty, of her cheeks, shone forth,
Uh-huh.
in a moral beauty,
Yeah. Okay, excellent.
the type of which
Uh-huh.
is of well-crowned, Cytherea. Cytherea,
Very good. Which is the cult name associated with Aphrodite. Okay, she was associated with both that of the Kypris of Cyprus, but also Cytherea. Right? Okay.
So she wakes him from sleep
Uh-huh. Very good.
and says a word
This is right. Uh-huh.
and calls him by name.
Awesome. Yeah.
Wake up,
Wake up.
Dardanian.
Uh-huh.
Why do you sleep a deep sleep?
Alice. Maybe.
And said
And say.
and say if I appear to be as before,
The same.
the same, yeah,
To you.
to you, as one, or,
As okay, this is a little bit thing. As me.
oh yeah, okay,
The kind of me.
oh yeah, the type of which me, yeah, you noticed or acknowledged at first, in with your eyes.
in
Yeah.
your eyes. Very good.
Can we do that phrase again?
Okay, so here it's homoion,
Mhm.
similar or like, okay, is such a person. Okay. Hoilos. But it's in the accusative case. Okay, we would say in English, tell me, or tell me if I appear to you to be the same person, that same person in that phrase, that clause is the nominative. Okay. When we make that comparison, we typically retain the same syntactic arrangement. Tell me if you think I am the same person that I was when you saw me. Okay.
And that's more like.
And that is sort of collapsed
type of
here.
person.
Yeah. Yeah. As I was, okay, we have to put, we don't even think this way syntactically, okay? We have to put a little, imagine in English that we put in here, as I was when you first saw me, okay? So built into this sort of thing is that relative relationship at first with your eyes. So yeah, here's where you can see that Greek can do some pretty amazing things that we have much more difficult. Well, it's not more difficult, but we have to use it. Okay. Keep going.
So
If you want to jump in here and do any of this, you can.
as she spoke.
So she spoke.
Oh yeah, so she spoke. And he because yes, sleep, awoke.
Who's sort of
I've
perceived.
heard. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah,
Sort of,
yeah, heard her right away.
very much.
Very much.
Palace, right?
Very quickly.
Really quickly. Okay. Well, yes, because the goddess is standing there. Okay. It's like one of those. Okay. Uh-huh.
So as he
From Horo, Opsomai.
as he saw her neck, I forget that neck and the eyes the beautiful eyes of
Beautiful
Aphrodite.
eyes.
Of Aphrodite. He was upset, or
He was really nervous.
He's really
He was
nervous.
really nervous. Okay. Trouble.
and he turned aside.
Uh-huh.
His eyes.
He turned aside his eyes, yeah. Aside.
Yeah, to a different, to the side.
To a different.
Two different.
And basin, is that another form of the bird we've already seen? Like the one where it's talking about Aphrodite changing her form because she doesn't want to. Is that in Crisis on Eastern
I think so, yes.
I think it was at Edison or something.
Yes, let me look here.
I'm just trying to figure out like how those two work.
Yes. You know. I think that was.
But those two are connected.
Yes, it is. Okay. So she stood. Okay. She, the Fugate, Aphrodite, the Fugate Dios, or Parathatu, yeah. Okay. She was homoia, okay,
Right.
like a parthenoi,
Under
a young woman, unmarried, with regard, and this is a Greek occasion, with regard to her megathos, her size and her form, megathos. Now you can see why this is an important thing, right? Okay. Why would the hymn talk about her size? Well, it's because we've just seen that when she transforms herself, she's gigantic. Okay, so we've read her say, okay, that he not tarbe say, be frightened, that he not feel anxiety, having perceived her with his eyes. So there we go, same language, isn't that great? All right, good. All right, so back. Okay, again, keep going.
So again,
Or you can do this together if you want.
Sure.
Again, Alphys.
He called out,
He
or covered.
covered.
He covered his beautiful face with his cloak.
His cloak, very good.
And looking down,
And
Right.
and praying,
And
entreating
treating
her. He was Yuga.
he addressed her.
He spoke to her Ethea Liter Oventa.
With winged words.
Winged words. This is one of the famous Homeric epithets. Winged words. Liter Oventa. And here you see that same old adjectival ending that we've seen a lot. Okay. Now, so you will see this partly because of this epithet, okay? Ethea tereonta, and tereonta has the metrical qualities that fit nicely into these dactylic examples. All right, so keep going. And he says,
See this quote. First.
Yeah.
So
yeah, here, I'll show you exactly what it is.
forget.
So where he says, okay, utis theon, and not anyone
Of the
of the
gods.
gods, nor of the
Mortal
mortal human beings will
hold me.
hold me here before having sex in love.
Immediately.
I'll take it in
Oh,
immediately
yeah,
now.
right away.
Okay.
So immediately, as I first saw you,
Very good. As I first saw, I
I saw
you,
goddess
goddess,
with my eyes.
with my eyes. I egnon.
I thought,
I knew
or I knew
from
that,
gignosko. I knew that
you were a goddess.
that you were a god. Yeah, so note here that we have the masculine form, but remember masculine is the sort of default, even though we just saw thea, right? We just saw thea.
Does that have a different metrical value than just the os versus the a? Is that maybe why they did it?
Possibly. This is not organized in the dactylic.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is a prose adaptation that we put in there with the lines. And maybe beginning of next semester, if you're interested, we can actually look at the Homeric lines just for fun, as a way to review. For fun. Okay, and you
have
you us from Lego, Lero, Aegon. You said
an untrue thing.
not true things. Okay. Yeah. All right, there we go. So Allah, put this together.
But
But I do not.
I like touch your knees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I beseech you by grabbing your knees. Sa, prosthenos.
Through
by Zeus.
by
We would say by Zeus. It's our idiom. I entreat you. I beg of you by so and so. This is pros, literally from Zeus. From Zeus.
Aegis sparing.
Aegis holding or Aegis bearing Zeus. This is a negative imperative. Do not. Eases. This is from Eao. Do not allow me
Right.
to Nyan,
to become or to
not to become, but to
Where was that?
reach, right?
no.
Was this in part of the Septuagint when Abraham tells Sarah that she'll preserve his soul, safe and from being hurt, preserve his soul?
We actually saw it right here. Okay. So, all right, so remember that he's talking to the, inhabit, okay? So let's go through this sentence, okay? So you have come.
There was some other,
Some,
it meant one thing, but the way it was being used, it changed the meaning a little bit to mean inhabit.
that's what it means to, to dwell in, to inhabit, that sort of thing. We may have seen it before. This form is slightly different from the other form that we may have seen this. Okay, you remember this one? Okay, right. So let's go back. Do not allow me to live. Do not allow me, me, zonta amene menon.
Living,
Uh-huh.
long to live, living, like,
Without strength, without strength. And this, in this particular context, we're talking about sexual strength, so it's like living impotently. Okay? In anthropos,
among the men, among men.
human beings, ala eleara.
But, take pity.
Take pity, take pity, have mercy. So here's the problem. So when an on-air,
When a man,
a man then, so epe, then
then
becomes gignitai,
becomes,
ou biothalmios.
not like healthy.
Not healthy, yeah, not strong in health, bios in life. The man who
Guided,
who sleeps with
the goddesses, or just goddesses, immortal goddesses.
immortal goddesses.
Wait, okay.
So whoever, the man who sleeps, yunas, I see we saw this, yunas, okay, this is the verbal form of yunas, because you remember we saw that in the in this one right here. He says, so aeon, let's see. I would, okay, yeah, so here we are. Epibas, epibino, eunes. So eune is the noun, meaning bed, place where one sleeps or has sexual intercourse. And here we have we use sleep, they use bed, okay? And here's the verb, eunaza, okay, who sleeps. The person who sleeps, well, no, this is a male who sleeps with the immortal goddesses, he becomes gignitai, he becomes a man who is ou biothalmios, who is not healthy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Tonda ame bet epitadios lugater Aphrodite
And the daughter of Aphrodite, the daughter of Zeus. So
then
that area then
answered him. Very good. Kise.
Zeus.
Revered,
More.
And note that this is the superlative. Kisa. Most
revered.
most revered among men. Tharsi.
Is that revered?
Isn't there? Yeah. From Tharseo. Tharseo, okay, and the imperative is just an epsilon, so it's Thar Seta, okay. Accent goes back here, and this double epsilon goes to epsilon unit.
So is this like the coverage?
Yeah, K-card. Don't worry.
For
And another
let you
imperative.
let you not
Do not
Good.
deditha. So
Yeah.
this is another imperative. And we see this a little bit. We've seen, for example, in gnotha, itha. So do not what?
fear.
Fear. Do not fear excessively. Meta.
In your seat of emotion.
Yes, in your seat of emotions. And now here you can see meta. This is the first time that we've seen meta with the dative case. We've seen meta with the genitive, which means with or among. And we've seen meta with the accusative, which means after. in your seat of reasoning, right? Ugar, or not.
Or not.
Is there any theos?
God.
Oh, no, not theos.
Oh,
theos, but theos. Any fear. There's no fear to pathane. To suffer.
Suffer.
We get pathos from this. To suffer. Kakon.
Evil.
Evil. X. Anathen.
From me.
From me. Yeah, at least. From me at least.
For me at least.
For me at least.
That helps.
Okay. All right. But then she says, nor alon makaron.
Nor any of the big guys.
The blessed.
The blessed.
Blessed. Of the other blessed. From the other blessed. Okay. Since you, this is the imperfect of the verb to be.
Since you are
philos.
The beloved.
Good.
To the gods.
To the gods. Since indeed you are, here's Nessus, you are dear to the gods. In this way, epe, philos mesothiosis, because you are in this way. Dear to the gods. So estai. To you, there will be a philos
beloved son.
Beloved son. Beloved son, yeah. Who
among the Trojans will rule.
Okay. Will rule. And Paides, children, to the children, Diam Perez, through time, ek ontas. So this is will come out of. So that's a perfect, okay? And children who have been born to subsequent children. So he's saying there what?
He's gonna have a lineage. Yeah.
His lineage is gonna go on, okay, forever. Okay. Toy, to this person. The onoma.
The name.
One of the very first words you learned, right? This last semester. The name, Esatai.
Will be.
Aeneas. Okay. Aeneas. Why? Huneka. Eneka u, on account of which Akos and Ainon Akos.
Unspeakable.
Well, an Akos is a what? This is a to Akos.
Like urge?
Oh, okay, so let's transliterate this. So the stem of this, because it's like epos, right?
Okay.
Epos or theikos or any of these, the stem is and. Transliterate that into English.
Ache.
Akos is ache. Okay. Because a terrible ache, Ainon, ache, Eska, killed me. Yeah. So there will to you be, a dear son, who, say, will rule among the Trojans. And there will be children, to the children having been born through time.
Okay.
To whom Aeneas will be his onoma. because, on account of which, and einon. What did I put as the translation for this?
Sure.
Yeah. It's terrible, and I know, I think it's terrible in this context. Ache seized or held me.
I'm so sorry.
Gosh, I'm so sorry. It's terrible. Okay. Henneke, because, so this is, so who and Henneke, so this is a combination, okay? Because empezon, I fell, literally, in the Euné,
Oh, bed. Yeah. Yeah, falling in the bed of the mortal man.
the mortal man. There you go. High five. One semester into Aphrodite. Well done. Good job, Gary.
We finished in the last minute of the
We did. Perfect.
Pretty well timed.
Okay. Inos, this word is going to be really an important word for you because Inos is also something that it has to do with, we get the word enigma is related to this. Inos. It's something that can be understood in different levels, okay, of understanding. All right. You can stop it. All right, good job.